It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Eagles and the Lions on Monday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bennett. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go right back to Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Bennett trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Eagle pressure, too much this time. There he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Weston. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 8 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now here's Bennett to throw on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Bennett from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Eagles at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Now Bennett to throw on 1st and 10.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Singletary again. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Bennett throwing on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Bennett now looking to throw on 2nd down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Boyle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. To throw on 2nd down. Bennett.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They run out of the gun with Swift. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Right back to Swift again on second down. Nifty move. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Weston.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Nothing after one on EA Sports. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Weston. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On second down, Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Bennett. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Looking to throw on second down. Weston. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. James Bradbury running in and finishing that play on the corner blitz.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, here's Swift. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd and long. Weston. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. And here's Bennett on 1st down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now Bennett to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now Bennett to throw from the gun on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
This is taken around the 12. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on second down, Weston. It's Williams on the catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Bennett on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
On first down, Weston, and that is incomplete here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this will be caught by...
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Bennett now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Brown with his stick skills. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Operating from the gun, Bennett. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, and they go with Swift again. And a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back and
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Boyle. And down to the 36-yard line here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Bennett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Bennett. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. He's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Bennett. That's Olave bringing in another one. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Singletary is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Slide for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time, a 9-play drive, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Joey slide out and kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's out to... And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Another shot now for this Lions offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. From the gun on 3rd down, Weston. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Got a man. It's Brown. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. On the give, this is Singletary. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
so far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bennett. He finds his man. Complete. That's Schaefer. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And here's Bennett off the play fake. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Bennett from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. A nice little juke. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Weston completes a Mooney on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Weston, and that is incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Take it in at the 22. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. So here come the Lions now. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st and 10, Weston to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Weston. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, Weston. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing on 1st down, Weston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. To throw on 2nd down, Weston.
He'll get this off to Swift. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 3rd and 2, Weston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Right back to Singletary on second down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Bennett to throw. Throwing on 4th down. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Weston. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Locates Mooney on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football is all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.